everyone, welcome back to English Conversation Studio. I'm Anna, and today we are going to talk in detail about how to rent a house in English, because this is one of the most important real-life situations, and many people need to find a place to live, and understanding how to communicate in this process can make everything much easier, more comfortable, and less stressful, especially if you are living in a foreign country.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and today's topic is very practical because renting a house requires clear communication, asking the right questions, and understanding important details. So in this lesson, we will go deeper, add more useful expressions, and help you build confidence step by step while speaking naturally in English.
Let's imagine that I am searching for a house online and I find a place that looks good, and I decide to contact the landlord, but I want to sound polite and professional because first impressions are very important when communicating with someone who may become your landlord.
Yes, and in this situation, a good starting sentence is something like, "Hello, I saw your advertisement and I am interested in renting your house. Could you please give me more details?" Because this is clear, polite, and shows that you are serious and respectful.
So I send a message or make a call and say, "Hello, I am looking for a place to rent and I would like to know if your house is still available," because I want to clearly express my interest and start the conversation in a simple and natural way.
And I respond by saying, "Yes, the house is still available and I would be happy to tell you more about it," because this helps continue the conversation and gives you an opportunity to ask more questions about the property.
Then I might ask, "Can you tell me more about the house, such as the number of rooms, the size, and the general condition?" Because these details are very important when choosing a place to live.
Yes, and I would answer, "The house has two bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom, and it is in good condition with modern facilities," because giving clear and detailed information helps the renter understand what they are getting.
I might also ask, "How much is the monthly rent, and are utilities included in the price?" Because understanding the total cost is very important before making any decision.
And I would respond, "The rent is $600 per month, and utilities such as electricity and water are not included," because explaining costs clearly is a key part of renting communication.
Sometimes I may want to negotiate, so I could say, "Is there any possibility to lower the rent a little?" Because in many situations, it is acceptable to politely ask about price flexibility.
Yes, and I might respond, "We can discuss the price depending on the contract duration," because negotiation is often part of renting agreements, and both sides try to reach a fair solution.
Another important question is about the contract. So I can ask, "How long is the rental contract and what are the terms?" Because understanding the agreement is very important to avoid future problems.
Yes, and I would explain, "The contract is usually for 1 year, and it includes rules about payment, maintenance, and notice period, because giving clear terms helps avoid misunderstandings."
I might also ask, "Is there a security deposit and how much is it?" Because deposits are common in rental agreements and need to be understood clearly.
Yes, and I would say, "Yes, there is a security deposit equal to 1 month's rent, which will be returned when you leave if there is no damage," because this is standard practice in many places.
If I am interested, I might say, Can I visit the house to see it in person before deciding? Because seeing the place physically is very important before signing anything.
Yes, and I would respond, of course, we can arrange a visit and you can come tomorrow or another convenient time, because flexibility helps make the process smoother and more comfortable.
During the visit, I might ask, is the neighborhood quiet and are there any nearby shops or facilities? Because the environment is just as important as the house itself.
And I would say, yes, the neighborhood is quiet and safe, and there are shops, schools, and public transport nearby, because this gives a complete picture of the living conditions.
After visiting, I might say, I really like the house and I'm interested in renting it. What are the next steps? Because this shows my intention and moves the process forward.
Yes, and I would respond, the next step is to sign the contract and pay the deposit, and then you can move in, because this is the final stage before officially renting the house.
At this stage, I might ask, when can I move in and are there any preparations I need to make? Because planning ahead is important for a smooth transition.
And I would say you can move in after completing the paperwork, and we will prepare the house for you before your arrival, because clear instructions make the process easy and organized.
Finally, I would say, thank you for your time and for explaining everything clearly, because politeness is always important in professional communication.
Yes, and I would reply, you're welcome, and we look forward to having you as a tenant, because ending the conversation in a friendly way leaves a positive impression.
Renting a house may seem complicated at first, but when you learn these simple questions and expressions, you will feel more confident and prepared in real life situations.
Yes, and practicing this kind of conversation regularly will help you speak more naturally and improve your overall English communication skills.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's extended conversation here on English Conversation Studio, and we hope this detailed lesson helps you improve your speaking skills and confidence.
If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe to English Conversation Studio and support our channel.
Also, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends who are learning English.
Thank you very much for listening. Keep practicing every day, and we will see you in the next lesson on English Conversation Studio.